Whether you're a professional athlete or just incorporate gym and exercise into your life as part of a balanced lifestyle, you've probably heard of the supplement branched-chain amino acids, or BCAAs. But like many people, you haven't been given the scientific data and evidence explaining these BCAA supplements. So in this video, I will explain firstly what BCAAs are, secondly what they can do, and thirdly some of the pros and potential drawbacks of supplementing BCAAs backed by scientific literature. So as you all know, all proteins are made from amino acids. Of the 20 amino acids, 9 of them are essential, meaning we can't make them from other amino acids in our body and we have to get them from our diet. Of those 9 essential amino acids, 3 of them are known as branched-chain amino acids because of their branched carbon structure. These amino acids are isoleucine, leucine, and valine. These branched-chain amino acids play very important roles in our bodies, including roles in regulating glucose metabolism, brain function, and the roles we'll be discussing in this video, involving the building of muscles, muscle soreness, and muscle fatigue. As most people will know, protein is essential for building muscle, and if one wants to increase muscle mass, they must ensure that muscle protein synthesis, i.e. building of muscles, is greater than muscle protein breakdown. We can do a few things to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. Number 1 is resistance exercise, i.e. weights. Resistance exercise also sensitizes skeletal muscle tissue to the anabolic properties, i.e. building up, of protein ingestion. Number 2 is eating protein, specifically the BCAA leucine, which is a key trigger for starting the muscle building process. Now, whilst BCAAs can act as triggers and signals to stimulate the muscle protein synthesis process, we still need all the other essential amino acids to maintain the muscle building process. So if building muscle is your goal, you should consume high quality protein, and supplementation may only be necessary if you're not hitting that target of 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So here are some foods and their corresponding BCAA content. Fish contains 3 to 4.5 grams for every 84 grams, and beans and lentils contain 2.5 to 3 grams per cup. Studies on the safe upper intake levels of BCAAs are rare, but studies report that total BCAA intakes between 15 to 35 grams per day seem generally safe. So the best option for someone who has a goal to build muscle will be to hit and exceed that target of 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, all whilst consuming foods with high quality protein that contains high levels of BCAAs as part of a balanced diet. But please note, prolonged overconsumption of certain foods containing high levels of protein as part of an unbalanced diet can have a detrimental effect on an individual's health, so it's important to consult your nutritionist and doctor when making these lifestyle changes. So why would you actually need BCAAs? Firstly, if you're not hitting that total protein target required to build muscle, supplementing BCAAs in this situation could stimulate muscle growth. But some may argue supplementing with whey protein may be way more beneficial. Secondly, if you're on a diet which has lower quality protein, i.e. lower in leucine content, i.e. with some vegan diets, these diets may not stimulate muscle growth as much as other protein sources from animals. One study concluded that high-quality protein consumption optimizes protein metabolism at both the whole body and skeletal muscle level, especially in older people. Plant-based protein sources that are rich in fiber and micronutrients may be valuable, but they have lower anabolic potential than animal-based proteins. Strategies to improve these properties by increasing protein intake, i.e. eating more of these plant-based proteins, or preferentially improving protein quality, i.e. amino acid composition, fortifying plant-based proteins with specific essential amino acids, i.e. BCAA supplementation, mixing several plant proteins, and mixing plant with animal-based protein sources. Okay, moving on from the above, BCAA supplementation during and after endurance events has been shown to reduce feelings of muscle soreness. I won't go into details of this in this video, but please comment below if you want further information regarding this. Okay, now we can look at some of the potential drawbacks of BCAA supplementation. An interesting meta-analysis conducted in 2018 on dietary branched-chain amino acids intake on type 2 diabetes indicated that oral BCAA supplementation exerts modest influence on circulating leucine profile, and higher total BCAA intake is positively associated with type 2 diabetes risk. However, please note, this is just a correlation, not causation. Also, this correlation may only relate to certain BCAAs rather than others, so further studies are required in order to determine the safe limits of BCAA intake. Furthermore, a literature review published in 2020 stated that, in spite of the various studies that have been undertaken to shed further light on BCAAs, it still remains unclear whether they are simply markers of metabolic disturbances that ultimately lead to the development of type 2 diabetes mellitus, or if they are, at least in part, the actual cause of metabolic disturbances leading to type 2 diabetes mellitus. The general consensus amongst the scientific community is that more research is needed on this topic.